Okay, here we go. We're gonna make a shape monster. Don't mind these little guys flying over my head. I just realized I could make a video with birds flying over my head and I thought it would be fun. So the birds are gonna be with us. Look. Oh, there they are. Oh, there they are. This is like my little bird halo. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna need is our black pen or our black crayon, okay? So most of our drawing is gonna be with our black color. And then you need something to color it in with. I'm gonna use crayons because I like them better. I know you guys like pens, so if you wanna use pens, pen away, my friends. So our shape monster is going to start with a circle, okay? And it's gonna be kind of a big circle because it's going to be the monster's head, and that's gonna be the main part of our circle shape monster, okay? So, circle, big round shape. So, kind of right in the middle of the paper, okay? I have an example over there that I'm going to be looking at from time to time. So next, our monster is going to have one eye because that's more monsterish, right? So, and it's going to be kind of big as well. So our eye is also going to be a circle. I want to give my eyeball some eyelashes, so I'm going to make some lines coming straight out of it like this, okay? And I'm going to do one more little black circle right here in the middle of the eyeball. That's the pupil, okay? Now we're going to do 5 monster-ish antennas coming out of the head, okay? So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the monster antennas, we are going to put our shapes. Of course, our shapes, okay? So over here, we're going to start with a square. And how we're going to make our square is we're just going to go to the end of this line, and we're going to make a straight line across it like this, okay? And then we're going to try to make about the same size line going up both sides, okay? Now it kind of looks like a field goal, but we're going to close it off. And now, with the 4 sides that are all about the same size, that is our square. Next, we're going to do a triangle. And it's going to start out the same. Just a straight line across the top of this antenna, okay? But a triangle does not have 4 sides. A triangle has 3 sides. And it comes up in a point. So, instead of going straight up, we're going to kind of angle in and then angle down, okay? And there's our triangle. Another way you could make a triangle is before you make this line on the bottom, just start like you're making the capital letter A, okay? And you go up and down, and then you close it at the bottom. Triangle. Next, I think we will make a oval, okay? So an oval is like a circle, but it's not so round. It's like a circle that's been stretched out a little bit, okay? So we're gonna just go around and then go up a little bit longer before we come back down again. And it looks like the letter O or a 0. That's what an oval looks like. Or an egg. Eggs also are ovals. That might be a clue for our little shape hunt later. Next, let's make a circle. So a circle is just another round shape, not so stretched out. Okay, like a coin. A coin would be a circle. Another clue. And the last shape we need to make is a rectangle, and I didn't leave very much room to make my rectangle. So we'll just see what we can do. So a rectangle is 2 short sides and 2 long sides. Remember that from our book? So here's our short side. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna have, your rectangle can stand up tall like a building, or it can lay sideways like a book sitting on a table. Also a clue. Okay, so I'm gonna make mine going sideways. Okay, so first I'm gonna do my long side, so it's gonna be longer. Okay, and then 2 short sides coming up. One here and one here. There's 2 shorts. And then we close it in with another long side. That worked out okay. Rectangle. Crazy looking monster. So I feel like our monster definitely needs some arms. And you can do your arms any way you want. I'm going to do squiggly arms because I like making squiggles. So I'm just going to go squiggle, squiggle. And then over here, squiggle, squiggle. Oops. Fix that. Okay. And then I'm going to put hands on those squiggle arms. Just going whoop, 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 whoop. And same thing over here. Just little bumps. And it looks like a cloud. Again, you can do your hands any way you want. Those are my hands. Let's give our monster some legs. And I think the best way to do the legs is to kind of make rectangles again. Okay? So we'll use the bottom of our circle for one of the short sides and just ignore that. So now we just need to make 2 long sides. There's 1, 2, and then another short side. So this side's a little crooked, but it still looks like a rectangle. And I'm gonna let my monster have 2 legs because I think it can run faster if it has 2 legs. So here's another one. 1, 2 long sides, and 1, 2 short sides. Legs. And I think another thing that will come in handy when this monster goes running around the house looking for shapes is if it has some feet. So, trying to think how we can make some shape feet, and I think we should start with a square at the bottom of these legs. So we'll use this as our one side, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So a little square on the bottom of the rectangle. Let's make one over here. Here's our first one, 2, 3, 4. And then we can use ovals to make the rest of the feet. So just like a circle, stretched out, long, kind of like that. A circle, stretched out long, like that. There he is. Now, we can use our crayons and make this monster more fabulous. So, the first thing this monster definitely needs is a mouth. So I'm looking for a red, you could use pink, but this is a monster, so it's not traditional in its color scheme. You can use whatever color you want. If you want it to have a purple mouth, it can have a purple mouth, or a green mouth, whatever you want. I'm going to do red. I like red. So, and my monster is particularly happy today because it knows that it's going to find lots of shapes, and it loves to eat shapes, so it's going to have lots to snack on. So, big smile. Oh, like that. And like our monsters in the book, we can give our monster a tooth that's a shape as well. So, I think I'm going to do the triangle for my tooth. So I'm going to go back with my black pen here real quick and make a triangle tooth by making straight line down and then kind of diagonal up here. Okay, so it has 3 sides, but one of its sides is part of the mouth, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 3 points. 1, 2, 3. It's so cute. You could do more than one tooth. You could do lots of triangle teeth or lots of rectangle teeth or lots of square teeth. Anything you want. It's your monster. So I'm also going to have my monster have blue eyes. So right here where we made the black pupil, so if you look at our eyes, we have that little circle in the middle that's black, and then the next circle, mine are green or hazel. So it's a couple different colors, and then it's all white around that. I'm going to make my second circle around my monster's eye blue. You can make that as big as you want or as small as you want. There, my blue-eyed beast. And then I'm going to color my shapes. And I think I'm going to do a rainbow theme because I like rainbows. My square is going to be red. And then next will be orange. Orange triangle. And then next is yellow. Yellow oval. And a green circle. Doing my best to stay in the lines. That's what those lines are there for. And this is a bluish color. My blue rectangle that I squeezed in there. Okay. Now is the big decision. What color is my monster going to be? Let's see. I think I'm gonna have my monster be purple. So, just drop my crayons. This is going to be a lot of coloring, and we're not going to want to color in the eye, and we're not going to want to color in the tooth. So I'm going to try to work around those, okay? So, remember I can do wide strokes until I get to the edge, and then the edge I do smaller strokes. Oops. Sometimes even Miss Tristan goes out of the line. Sometimes I gotta change directions. Now I'm gonna go up and down. Try to get all the way around that eyeball without coloring the eyeball in. Oh, looks like my monster has a purple mustache for a second. If you want, you can add a purple mustache to your monster. That would be funny. Lots of coloring. You can go over the mouth because it will still show up. So that's nice. Around the tooth. I don't want a purple tooth. I think a purple tooth would be a rotten tooth. Although maybe monsters have rotten teeth. So if you want to color your tooth purple, go ahead. Or green. My monster brushes his teeth, so my teeth are going to be nice and shiny and white. Big strokes when I can, little strokes when I can't. And then you can go back over and kind of try to smooth it out if you want. But again, it's a monster, so it doesn't have to be perfect. If you want, you could give your monster spots, and you can even use the same color. Just take your purple again and like make a circle and press really hard and see how it shows up. It's a spot. I'm going to give him a couple spots. Small ones, and then a bigger one, and a smaller one, and a bigger one. Oh, maybe one down here. Maybe one over here. I think maybe one up there. There. Purple spotted monster. Okay. Now, let's do his legs. And I was thinking that it would be kind of fun if his legs had stripes. So I'm going to do stripes on my monster's legs by just making straight lines across them and coloring it in a little bit. Like this. And then if I do two on this side, now we kind of have a pattern, right? Our pattern right now is white, blue, white, blue, white, but I'm going to add some more color, I think. And I'm going to do green. So my pattern is going to be green, blue, by just filling in the white parts with green. And if you notice, the way I colored it, they almost look like squares as well. Now for the shoes. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with orange shoes. Color my squares and then my ovals. And then I just thought maybe I will give my shoes some laces by just making a loop and a loop, a loop and a loop, and then squiggle, 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 squiggle. One more thing to color, those hands. I have kind of a pink color for the hands. Okay, so there are two shapes on here that I think that you would like, but are not on the antennas. One of them would be a heart, and I think most of you know how to draw a heart. A pretty simple way to make a heart is to make a lowercase m, kind of. So, bump, bump. It's kind of a spread out M. That's kind of hard to see. I'm going to scoot you up. See it? Bump, bump. And then you make a V. So down to a point and then back up to a point. And there's your heart. We have a heart, okay? And obviously my heart is pink. I'm going to color that in. And then the other one is a star, which is a lot trickier to make, I think, okay? And let's make our star this bluish color, okay? So it's going to be a series of lines, okay? First, you're going to make the letter A starting out, okay? So like you're going to make a triangle almost. So you're going to go up to a point and then down to a point, okay? See it? Looks like an A. If I crossed it in the middle, it would be an A. And instead of making an A, I'm going to go right here to the bottom of the A, and I'm going to go up at an angle over here to the left, and then straight across, and then straight down. And there's a star. If that's too hard for you to do, you could also have your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister help you make a star, and then you can just color it in. Now we have lots of shapes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shapes. So now your job is to feed your monster. And the only way you can feed your monster is by finding these shapes wherever you are. See how many you can find of each one. You could even go on a scavenger hunt, set a timer for, say, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. How many shapes can you find? Gather them all together and then separate them into different piles, okay? Here's my circle pile, here's my square pile, here's my triangle pile, my oval pile, and count how many shapes you have each. And then you can go back and in all of your shapes, you can add the number that you found. So say I found, I don't know where my black crayon is. Say I found only one heart. Hearts were hard for me to find. So then I could go back to my heart, and I could draw the number 1 right there in the middle of my heart. Stars were also hard to find. I only found 1 star, so I could put a 1 right there in my stars. Now, squares, easy peasy mac and cheesy. I found so many squares, I just quit looking for them. I actually found 10 squares, okay? So then you can write a 10 in your square, okay? Triangles were a little trickier. I only found 3, okay? So I'm going to put a 3 in my triangle. Ovals. Not super easy, but I did find some ovals. Remember that hint I gave you earlier? I actually had 12 ovals. Oh look, I can make the birds go down my finger. 12. So a 12 is a 1 and a 2. Okay? Circles, they were like the squares everywhere. Also, like the birds that fly over my head are kind of making a circle. Okay? I found lots of them. And I stopped at 13. Say I stopped at 13. A 1 and a 3. Maybe you won't find that many, but maybe you'll find 5. So then you write a 5, okay? And rectangles, I have so many books in my house. Remember, that was a clue. So many books. But I collected 4 of my favorite books. And so in my rectangle, I will write the number 4. And when you're all done, what I would love is for you to take a picture of this monster or a video with you and your monster and send it to me so I can see how many shapes you found. Are you ready? Good luck. See you later.